Hi everyone, it is Tree from Lost Time Toys, and today I have a treat for you. It's been 3 weeks and I've been waiting eagerly and earnestly for this package from Connecticut, but it arrived yesterday and I've been holding off doing this video just because I wanted to rewatch an episode of Rainbow Brite to which this item pertains, and I will now share with you that I have, it sounds like that Labubu lady who's like, I have a 24 karat Labubu, but no, I don't. I think I have something better. I have a mint inbox 1986 Rainbow Brite Sunriser hard-body horse. So it's still in the bubble wrap, but you could kind of see it peeking through. So I will show you the contents in this package. So the size of the box is slightly smaller than I expected. In my eyes, the hard body horses are so hard to get your hands on that they seem mythical. They seem larger than life. So when you see a box that's like a foot tall and like one and a foot like long, it's surprising how small it is. And this is quite a GRAIL item. It is extremely rare, even loose. There are a handful of loose ones that go for $100, and most of them are either refurbished, meaning it was recreated using a Barbie Western style horse, or it's missing the various accoutrements like the harness and things like that. So let me open this package and we can talk about it. So to give you a little bit of background on Sunriser, Sunriser it's a female horse, and the horse was introduced in the penultimate episode of Rainbow Brite, episode 12, and the episode is titled Horse of a Different Color, which I think is a reference, like a Wizard of Oz reference, I believe. But someone please correct me if I'm wrong. And in the episode, Sunriser is a horse that is seen for the first time in this episode. She lives in the mountainside of Rainbow Land and only emerges at dawn when the sun rises, which is why Rainbow Brite calls her Sunriser. She is a pink horse with a light pink mane, and she has violet eyes, but a beautiful horse. And I especially love that the animation was able to feminize her features in such a way that we know instantly that Sunriser is a female horse. In the episode, Sunriser helps Rainbow and Stormy rescue two horses, Starlight, Rainbow Brite's horse, and Onyx, Chris's horse. So I think the premise of the episode was that there was a festival, like a celebration, almost like field day, called Sprite Day, and all of the horses run this annual race. Starlight always wins, and what happened this time was there were 3 contestants. There was Starlight, Onyx, Chris's horse, which is like really funny that we see Onyx again after the movie, and then there was Skydancer, Stormy's horse, and they were racing, and a late entry to the race was Murky Dismal, who concocted this like really crazy. I'm so scared to like cut this because I don't want to inadvertently damage the box. Okay. Oh my God. Look at this. Do we love this? Okay. Let's talk about this horse. So, Sunriser in the episode, let me just finish my story. Sunriser goes and rescues the two horses after they get kidnapped after this race because the robotic horse starts emitting these like fumes, these toxic fumes, and it allows Murky to escape with the two horses, Starlight and Onyx. And Rainbow Brite and Stormy with Sky Dancer goes to the mountains to find Murky and try to rescue these horses. Sunriser basically aids in rescuing Starlight, and Starlight is completely jealous because he thinks that Rainbow Brite has replaced him with Sunriser, but the truth is Sunriser really only wanted, she had like a big crush on Starlight, and it's an extremely reductive plot, but it shows that there is an element of romanticism with Sunriser. And the episode concludes with a reconciliation. Starlight and Sunriser basically kiss, and it's a very like heart-shaped romantic ending. And both of their hooves interlock, and Murky is like wedged. His head is wedged between them. So this is the Sunriser that I purchased. The unique thing about this horse is that it came out in 1986. It was one of the final pieces of Rainbow Brite Mattel that came out in the 1980s. It came out in 1986 at the same time and concurrent with the dress-up dolls. So in my previous videos, we talked about Tickled Pink. We talked about the dress-up Rainbow Brite doll. We talked about Stormy, the doll that was never released but wasn't produced. We talked about Moonglow, the doll that was only released in Germany. And there were two hard-body horses, Starlight and Sunriser. And there is such a scarcity of these dolls in the original boxes that it's extremely difficult to find them. And the ones that you do find, I remember this going on eBay for multiple hundreds of dollars, and it was in such poor condition. For example, there were significant kind of gashes in the flocked surface of the horse that removed some of the flocking and kind of discolors it because it's a darker hue, and you'll see it. And one of the things that I remarked about on this horse before I purchased it, there is no deflocking. It's a perfectly flocked horse. Second thing, the comb, the pink comb. So we've seen this comb twice here, and also with the Tickled Pink dress-up doll. So two pink combs in circulation. It was missing in the other one. And this one it's complete. It is sealed. It has never been opened. And the condition of the cellophane is poor. I mean, pretty decent, but like still not as perfect. To be honest, a lot of these horses, the cellophane drops consistently. The Starlight plush one drops all the time. It's just like poorly made because, not poorly made, but like it's really hard to keep cellophane on a huge surface. And because you only have this much surface area to glue in the back to adhere to it. And that's why it drops. This one's on the verge of dropping, but it's still very much sealed. So let's read the text here. Sunriser, Tickled Pink's fun-loving horse. So this is an indication that the horse belongs to Tickled Pink, which in my view, I never really got from the episodes, but that's what the brochure says. And in all of the pictures, you see Tickled Pink riding with this horse. Let me show you. So this is the side, which has the same branding. This is the other side, same branding, picture Tickled Pink. Excuse me. So this is the back. And this is a box that we haven't really seen before. So there is obviously some ridging and creasing right here, but that's okay. Because it's such a rare box, I make these allowances, even though this is quite an expensive collectible. So you can see here that there is pictures that diagram how to take care of. So use the dress-up comb to comb the mane and tail. There's like Velcro. You can attach the bottom of the dress-up doll's feet to the horse so they can ride it. And it is completely ratio proportionate to the dress-up dolls, like the 9-inch dolls, such that it doesn't look ridiculous when they're riding on these horses. And what does the last thing say here? Oh, special adhering fabric on saddle and reins hold Tickled Pink in place so she can sit all by herself. And it says here, Rainbow Brite and her best friend Tickled Pink take a stroll through Rainbow Land on their favorite horses, Starlight and Sunriser. Isn't that adorable? So this is like cute because this is the dress-up doll that came out contemporaneously. So look at how beautiful their manes are. Obviously, I would love to have a Starlight hard-body horse. I saw one that was in very, very aggressively average condition that went for over $750 last year. And I was just like, I can't believe people are bidding that hard for this. Something that was very, very poor, in my opinion. But I love the way that the hair falls on my horse. And I love that there is the outside flocking is in really good condition. Let me see if I can notice anything else. The eyes are mint. The reins are still in good condition, the silver reins. We have a saddle with this star on it, and it's completely shiny and holographic. And then we see the tail. And it's the backdrop is this like mauve purple color, which is lovely. Overall, the thing that I love the most about, let me switch sides for a little bit. The thing that I love the most about Sunriser is the fact that there is variations of pink in the mane. I'm not a horse guy, I'll be honest. I never grew up loving and adoring horses, but when I saw this pop up on sale 3 weeks ago, I had to make a really quick decision because I saw the price. It was listed at $399 by the same seller in Connecticut that I got the Color Castle, and the same seller in Connecticut that I got my Lala Orange, and the same seller in Connecticut that I got my dress-up Rainbow Brite doll. I bought this at the same time as my Rainbow Brite dress-up doll in box. And $399 is actually a steal, if you can believe it. It is a steal for a hard body horse that is in this good condition and still in the box. So I clicked buy now almost instantaneously. And I also saw the dress up Rainbow Brite. I bought that instantaneous because the worst thing in the world is when you click buy now on eBay and a message pops up and it says someone has already purchased this item. So I wasn't going to chance it. I wanted to get at least one. So I got both, but I purchased them separately and shipping was like $25 for each one. So I asked the seller if they would refund me, and they refunded me like $16 or something like that, which was really, really kind of them. They didn't need to do that, but they did. So all in all, factoring in the refund for shipping, this box, this collectible cost me after tax and shipping $446.51. It's expensive, but it is a GRAIL item. I feel like there are very few GRAIL items in Rainbow Brite. I could probably name them on my fingers. It is Moonglow, both loose and in box. It is the Color Castle from 2004 by Toy Play. Both hard-body horses in box, I would say, is a GRAIL. And the fifth one, if I had to say what is a GRAIL item, I would say it is the Mexican Twinks with tags that was only released in Mexico in 2009. Those are my GRAIL items, and I said what I said, and I'm happy to have basically a second GRAIL item in my collection. So this is a beautiful horse. It's in great condition. The only thing that I wish was that the cellophane was better positioned and adhered at the top. I wish that the mane was slightly more combed out so it looked completely fresh. And I wished that there wasn't this crease in the back, but I am 100% happy with this. And the thing is, I know that these items are so expensive, but the resale value holds up and actually appreciates. Something like this in the early 2000s probably went for $200. It is now nearly tripled in value, if you can believe that. That's my assessment. And as someone who checks eBay for Rainbow Brite collectibles, I want to say twice an hour, 12 hours a day. For the past 2 years, I think I try to keep a good pulse on what are the trends. And this was a trend that I knew I had a very short window to buy, and I bought it. So what do you guys think of Sunriser? Do you like the story? I just think it's so romantic. In some instances, a little bit retrograde in terms of social norms to have a woman that pines after a guy and that be kind of like her core identity. But it was this very sweet story, and I love that she has a whole episode. There's only 12 Rainbow Brite episodes, and she has one episode that is completely devoted to her. This is Sunriser, and I hope you love her as much as I do.